Sith Clan.
Welcome to the review of WWE NXT Takeover Dallas. I'm your host, Talking Smack with Zigzag Zach. Obviously. Zigzag Zach, aka 3Z, aka Dart Nowless Mother, aka Work with the Mouth. But you already knew that.
I think you mean Deadpool. Well, yeah.
Here with my boy,
Courtney Cuts,
co-host
man.
Courtney Cuts,
Darth Case.
aka Darth Case, aka DJ Case. Back from the Roblox review. Had to bring it back for the second. It was only right. What do you think about the show?
Okay. My initial thoughts on this is NXT has an extraordinary feel to it. You can just tell it's really about the wrestling.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the focus on about the wrestling.
Definitely.
I mean, the personality is there. You see that within the ring, but it's definitely okay. You know, they're in the ring, and the focus on putting on a really good wrestling show. Although they're not gonna say wrestling, they're gonna say superstar or superstarring, whatever.
You can't say wrestlers anymore.
Can't say that.
Can't say
But
that.
really good matches. I think I like every match that happened. I think a match got cut out. Right.
Yeah.
But I think every match that I've seen, I enjoyed the most.
I actually wanted to see Apollo Crews versus Eli Sampson. I was his fucking name, Eli Sampson. But we even sat here 30 minutes during the pre-show when there was nothing. Boo, boo, boo on you for not showing that match WWE. But besides that, I really enjoyed the show. I would say the weakest match was Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin. Would you agree?
And even with that, it was still a straight.
It was still a straight
It's just
match.
comparative to everything else that was going on.
Diss.
Yeah, it wasn't like.
Yeah.
I remember when we did it was Roadblock before, right?
Yeah.
A lot of that had some really just straight out just weak matches.
Throwaway matches.
With
like a
this
raw match.
here, NXT Takeover in Dallas, they had strong matches. It just happened to be the weakest of some pretty good fun matches to watch.
And that's not a knock on Austin Aries or Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
It's just the other match was that strong. So we're gonna take it. I want to ramble on like you should do. So let's start off.
Just keep it going, right?
First match was a tag team match. They
American Alpha against the Revival.
Yeah, bruh. It was their time. I'm glad they got the shot. That match was off the chain. There was a couple spots I really enjoyed. The double German suplexes, all that. It was really built. And I'll even give credit to Revival. They held their end of the bargain. There was that one spot they messed up. But, the match was awesome. I could have looked at.
Yeah, you overshot that.
Man, he on top rope, trying to
top
poke on him, but it was still awesome.
And it was great to see the emotion after they won.
Man, Jordan,
American Alpha.
Jordan
Right?
about to cry.
Yeah,
Damn.
you saw the emotion. They was really ecstatic about winning.
He was.
So I mean,
You could tell it meant a lot to them to win. I remember watching an episode of WWE. We were just talking about because they showed a trailer of it before it came on of that driving show, road trip. What are they calling it?
it's a road trip.
I'm sorry, I'm turned up right now.
I think it's road trip.
But,
right after
yeah,
Raw comes after Raw.
Yeah, but when they're driving and they had Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. You know what? I take it back. It wasn't even on that show, dog. They had an NXT special where they were on the road, and they showed Breaking Ground.
Yeah.
Where my man from Star Trek, from the original series, Captain Kirk. William Shatner was hosting. They showed Jason Jordan and Chad Gable on there talking, and I remember the quote sticks me to this day. Gable was like, "Do you know what all the best tag teams have in common?
What's that?
They're best friends." So I guess he was like forcing his friendship on Jordan, but it looks like it worked out. They're tag team champions. It looks like they're enjoying it. Big shout out to American Alpha. Big time win. And of course, I was still going for Revival. The North Carolina boys.
I'm gonna say
all the
this
way.
too. One of the things I've seen throughout this special event is like the crowd participation, how amped it was. It was like everyone in the room was in tune to what was going on. They were excited about what was going on. And so, for instance, when he messed up that move, it was like, you fucked up, you fucked up. And I was like, okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's loud, like, you can't ignore it.
And that leads into the Sami Zayn match. Yo, they had these geeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a geek. That's not an insult. I'm a geek.
Yeah.
They had them eaten out of their hands before the match even started.
Yes.
I'm like, yes,
this is awesome.
They were all over. They were all over their
it said something like they didn't want the end.
Yeah, like fight forever.
Yeah, fight forever.
Before the match even started, that match was freaking fantastic, bro. I would say match of the night. Would you agree?
Yeah.
They should have had that later.
It really ramped up the bar.
Yeah.
And then so having that women's championship right afterwards, because it was right afterwards, did kind of put a little bit damper on that.
Yeah.
But that was, like I said, it was all good matches, so it's not a knock on.
The women's match was good. It was just, what match can follow that?
Let's keep it in order, though. Let's keep it in order.
Austin
Aries.
The match wasn't bad.
And Baron Corbin?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I liked how Baron Corbin kept in character. The entire match was talking smack. That's that. Wink, wink. But I like how he kept in character. He had a cool deep six, stealing the business move, the black hole slam. But it was cool. I honestly expected more out of Austin Aries than be what
it just felt like, I guess, the move sets, I guess that was going on, really. Right?
Yeah.
Because it still had a good pacing. It still was like interesting to see what was going to happen with all that. And I remember seeing him back from like the Impact days, and that's where I really liked.
Yeah, Austin Aries took off on Impact. I remember he became the man. He became the man. We were talking about this during the show. We heard online that Austin Aries on Tough Enough that he was going to drop out. He was going to retire when he didn't make Tough Enough, and then he decided when TNA picked him up, he's going to keep wrestling. Thank goodness he did. It all comes full circle. He finally made it.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the greatest man who ever lived. I'm glad you're NXT and many more better great matches to come. And you definitely carried. I always say carried because Baron Corbin did more in his part. Right?
Yeah, he did his thing.
They had a good match, and big shout out to both of them.
Yeah, destroy another indie darling. All right.
That's a good gimmick, by the way. But so yeah, the Sami Zayn match.
Now we can move on to the Sami Zayn and the Nakamura match. First time seeing Nakamura because I never really watched none of the New Japan stuff.
Yeah, bruh. Yeah.
Your boy El Generico.
What was your first opinion on Nakamura?
The introduction was awesome. I like his swagger coming into the ring.
Swagger off the charts.
Yeah.
I know it's conceit. I'm gonna quote myself from our song. Look it up. Click the link. Show off. Swag. I'm sorry. Wait. I'm so turned up. I'm so turned up right now. That's what the song's about. The show's song's about getting turned up, right? Shit. Suave like Carlton.
Mm-hmm.
He had swagger like Fresh Prince. Swagger like Fresh Prince. That's Nakamura in a nutshell. His swagger's on the chart.
Yeah, he's unique and like I guess his personality thing is like that was really unique because I've never seen that before. And his moveset, I like his moveset really stuck to like what knees, elbows.
Yeah.
Like a lot of his moves.
Which is I know you're a big fan of Tony Jaa.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All his
Tony Jaa brings the bows,
knees and elbows, so I can see
bows.
Throwing them bows.
But yeah, that was just the crowd was just geeking out. Yeah, it was just like you had the hardcore fans in there, and before the match even started. But I like how they really carried the match. It had a really good flow, and it really you're trying to see like okay, where's this going? You know what I'm saying?
And Sami Zayn got vicious. We've never seen Sami Zayn heal it up, and he I wouldn't say he healed up this match, but
there was a moment when he was stomping his head.
He got mean.
Of Nakamura.
I liked it.
Yeah.
He got mean, but I liked it.
And then the back and forth punches, that was kind of brutal.
Yeah. We're just gonna say it's like a 4-star match, at least 4-star match out of 5.
Yeah.
I don't think it's snowflakes, but it was at least that.
There was a moment, a Ring of Honor moment at the end. Where I'm thinking, okay.
Yeah, they punched forever.
Okay.
Smacking the crap.
But no, beyond that, I'm thinking at the end, Nakamura puts his hands out.
Yeah.
For like a handshake, and then Sammy's just looking up at him. And I'm just waiting. I'm like, okay,
what the hell?
Where are we going with this? Is what I'm saying?
This could plague me. I went to get another shot of vodka. I go through the fridge of the matches. So this guy's like, oh smack! Sami Zayn's turning. I'll run back.
He's turning heel.
Yeah, he beat a shake.
Nah, I was joking with him.
They hung it out like Team Hell No. They hung it out.
Yeah.
And we could spend all night talking about that match. It was awesome, but we gotta move on before we take up too much of your time. 2 more matches, right? So we had the women's championship match. Thank God for the tramp stamp, the real women's championship.
Bailey against Asuka. Yeah.
Yeah. So
respect women's wrestling. Respect it.
Goodbye divas. Hello women.
Goodbye divas.
It's time for real women to step up. Real women step
I
up.
liked it. It was probably the longest women's match I've ever seen. Or one of them anyway.
Outside of, remember, did you watch TNA with me and Dooku where
that's back when
Tara and Mickey James had that cage match?
Tara. Yeah, that's the one she ended up blowing her knee out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't she jump off the top of the cage? Whoa, I remember that match. I remember that.
Shout out TNA.
And TNA guy had
Before I forget, they showed what's his name? Ibushi.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? He was in the crowd.
In the stands.
Hopefully he's there for the cruiserweight tournament, but even bigger news. I jumped out of my seat when it showed Bobby Roode.
His first name was Kota?
Yeah.
Kota? Yeah.
Kota, but he's cool, but I don't. Right now, the only thing in my mind is Bobby freaking Roode.
Bobby Roode
was in the audience, and they didn't just show him; they put his name at the bottom. For TNA not being competition, they put his name at the bottom and everything. What does this mean?
Clean cut, shaven.
He did shave.
He had the he looked like how the Nature Boy. How you be looking now with his suits and stuff?
He was pimped.
Ric Flair. He had the Ric Flair, you know what I'm saying?
It was pimped.
Dressed up,
like, remember he was in Fortune, Ric Flair?
Yeah.
What was it? Fortune the Shocker?
Woo!
So much
and then, they was giving respects too, cause like.
And the crowd freaked out.
Yeah, so when they put him on the camera, he was all just like, everyone's like, this, and so he just, he was like, I'm Bobby Roode.
It leaves a question. I'm a huge fan of the World Class Maniac Eric Young. I wish he was there too. I'm still happy to see Bobby Roode there. If he's NXT, it's a win-win for freaking everybody. Well, that was my sidebar, dog.
Yeah. That's
my sidebar. Back to women. Bailey had a really good run the belt. Really good. But it was time. The last one of the 4 horsewomen on NXT, it was time for her to move up.
I thought with that match, Bailey actually was going to win that.
Oh, yeah? Really?
And then with the Sammy, so I thought Sammy was going to win his match, and I thought Bailey was going to win her match. So those were like the ones I was kind of like, okay.
Collect the annotation.
Okay, we're annotating.
I'm gonna, you saw my predictions. I chose all title matches that were gonna be swapped. Everybody lost their title. I was right every single match of NXT except the main event.
Okay.
That's the only one I missed.
Samoa Joe.
But big shout out to Bailey. She had a great run. Like we talked about during the show.
Yeah.
She's one of the only women who's actually a real role model for girls. Little girls can actually watch her and be, and feel like a strong woman. Where most WWE characters are, she's a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Bailey's not. She just, the only crazy part about her, she has the inflated wacky, inflatable arm guys.
A lot of frames going on in here too. A lot of
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's a role model. I like that. But it was time for Asuka to show up. It was a really good match. It was a really good match. It would have been probably the best match on the show. It's just that they had the unenviable spot of following.
Yeah.
Zayn and Nakamura.
The night kind of climaxed with that one.
Yeah.
Now can we talk about the Samoa Joe and Finn Balor? Now that one, when that started,
really
that had
that
good energy too.
That was really good.
Starting off, and then when you see it really turned up. When you see, just as soon as the match started, when he got the cut,
busted, and
he busted open, you're like, whoa, okay. He points it out. He's like, whoa, what's that on him? Whatever. I'm like, yo, this dude's bleeding out. And then he takes Finn and then throws him.
It's a security guard.
It's a security guard over the outside of the ring and stuff. I'm like, whoa. He gets to energy, like he's like really rooting, like he's bringing it, he's amped up. And then the thing that kind of held the match back was the fact that with I guess WWE, he's bleeding out, and they're like, clean the blood up. Clean the blood. And he's like swatting him. Like, hey, get away from me. Hey, I gotta let you do this.
It's not USA Network, it's WWE Network. Why are they doing that?
Yeah, because you have to.
You got parental controls on your PlayStation, on the network.
And at this point, we heard the audience using foul language throughout the whole night. So it's my point was trying to make. I heard him say the F word, S, all that.
The audience was more dirty than the rest.
And we heard that. Okay, and this dude bleeds out, which everyone has done a little bit. It was nothing like grotesque.
It was an accident.
Super grotesque.
It was an accident.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, clean up a little bit, but let them do their thing.
Let them do their thing. Yeah, I remember Over the Limit a couple years ago when Randy Orton threw his shoulder out, and everybody was getting hurt. There's a couple who got hurt. But I mostly remember was where CM Punk got his head shaved. It was him with Rey Mysterio. Punk got busted open. And they kept checking on him. He showed the refs out the way to wrestle. I wish Samoa Joe had just showed the refs out the way to fight. Yeah. But it was still a really good match. I don't think it was as good as their match in London. But I'll say it was still really good. It was a really good match until the end.
Yeah, because he hit him with the muscle buster. Hit him with that, so I'm like, okay, cool, that went down. And I figure, okay, he's probably has to throw that out there a couple more times before he's able to pin him or something, or,
Yeah.
And then, so he gets that one in, and he does that little reversal off the ropes, and then he just was able to, pin him. I'm like, wow, that was...
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I know that's similar to how Bret Hart won the title one time against, Yokozuna? If I have my history correct, but this is in the 80s. It's not the early 90s. It's not even the late 90s. It's not even the 2000s. It's the 2010s. It's freaking 2016. We're closer to 2020 than anything else.
2020.
Holy crap. Give me a break. That's not a way to end the match. It may have been a way to end the Raw match, but it is not a way to end the biggest NXT show of the year. I was screaming at Courtney's TV for Samoa Joe to kick his ass after the match, and he did it.
Yeah, at that point, I wanted a little bit of, because, this show definitely focused on just, okay, we're going to be very respectful and kind of, straight wrestling. Yeah. At that moment, I think I did want some retribution for that, because I was like, okay.
Being twice, nothing.
Because the way the energy that was brought to the match, like the way Finn came out and everything, how they both came out and the way it started off, okay, you felt the energy, and I know the crowd felt it.
I want to pause. Shout out to that chainsaw. Chainsaw Massacre.
That was a nice, being in Dallas, Texas, yep.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead. I just want to shut that.
Yeah, I was dope. I'm thinking to myself, this dude swinging, I think that chainsaw, I'm like, I hope he don't cut himself. I looked very closely, I was like, okay, he took the chain off, so it's just the engine going without, something to get cut up with.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what more from Samoa Joe. And that's the guy I really learned about more so from the, watching Impact.
But you already knew that from TNA.
Impact.
You already knew. Yeah, you already knew that.
Are we not calling Impact anymore?
I guess you call it Impact.
I've been calling Impact. You're like TNA. I'm like, they're the same thing.
Yeah, true. True. I guess you're right. TNA is such a dumb name for a wrestling company. We should just call it Impact, right?
I guess if you mean when we started watching it was TNA. I guess you got used to it, but
yeah. Word up. But yeah, it was a really good show. Thank you for hosting this, man. Big shout out. It's good to have you back on the show. Always welcome. Of course, good insight.
Thanks for having me.
It was a really good show. Like I said, the only disappointment was the ending of the main event, which is really the most important thing, which is But all right, we gave Roblox. Both of us gave Roblox 2 thumbs down.
Mm-hmm.
We're not. Like again, I'm gonna say we're not doing snowflakes on the show. Would you give it 2 thumbs down like Batista?
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs in the middle or 2 thumbs up?
I'll definitely get two thumbs up.
I agree.
It was solid.
Yeah.
It was solid. Anything issues I have is minor.
Yeah, minor issues. Yeah.
Minor stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, not everything can be perfect to your liking, but they did their jobs and they did a good show. And sometimes I was started watching off. I'm like, I like how they just focus on the wrestlers and stuff.
Yep.
Or these superstars. But I think I did want a little bit more story in there.
You want more story?
I wanted in one of those matches. I would like a little more story, but and especially that Samoa Joe. Like I said, I want him to
Yeah,
just
I mean,
wreck him.
That's what the weekly show was for. I prefer that my main show is more wrestling, but you're right. One of the matches should have a little more story.
Yeah,
But
some fluctuation.
I still enjoyed it. 2 thumbs up. The question is, the big question on my mind, probably what else's mind is, can WrestleMania top it? Because WrestleMania was weak as hell. You've got part-timers Shane McMahon and Undertaker versus the guy who's barely wrestles Triple H and nobody likes Roman Reigns. You've got a ladder match which is probably better than expected. A U.S. title match nobody gives 2 craps about.
Yeah.
Can you even tell me who's in a U.S. title match? No.
Also, The Rock is there, right?
Yeah, and The Rock is there. And
Which we've been debating.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Is Goldberg? What's Goldberg up to?
They've been showing a lot of Goldberg commercials before and after this show.
If you got that WWE network, we've been seeing a lot of that. At least, 2-3 times
And
a
I saw, shout out to 411mania.com,
Mm-hmm.
rumor is Goldberg might show WrestleMania.
Unfinished business, basically.
And I would just write it off like dirt on my shoulder. But when I read it online and then they showed Goldberg versus The Rock on the network, it kind of like gets your mind racing like, oh, do you want to even see Goldberg? I don't.
If he's, he's way past probably his prime and all, but I don't know what type of shape this dude. I haven't seen him yet.
I don't even want to see
I don't even know, so it's like
I don't care about Goldberg.
I don't know. I know The Rock. The Rock can probably make it. That's the one thing about The Rock is like
he's
the whole. I guess the sometimey aspect of it, like you said, is just like they're not
The
really
Rock
there.
is timeless.
He is timeless, right?
Like
He is.
he's the biggest.
But you gotta give him. But you gotta give him what makes them. What makes him as a personality, yeah. But going into WrestleMania, you gotta give him the match, the proper match.
Yeah, true.
For you to care about it.
And I just hope he doesn't take too much time for the matches. That's all.
And there's always surprises. I feel like there's gonna be a couple surprises.
WrestleMania has to bust a surprise or show some stuff.
You know.
I'm gonna put on record. This show's me ass. There's no surprises.
Yeah.
There's gotta be big surprise, or the show's gonna be not the bee's knees, but the donkey's balls.
Donkey's balls. Because
yeah.
That has opportunity to do it, and also Royal Rumble always had that ability to kind of, you never know what's gonna happen.
And the Rumble sucked the past 2 years. When you even got time to get it that night.
Yeah.
So let's not waste your time. Let's wrap this up. Thank you so much for tuning in to our review of NXT Takeover Dallas. So please, if you enjoyed this, you can go back and watch the other ones. We did a review of WWE Roblox. We did a review featuring Elantra, a.k.a. Darko teaser of Aztec Warfare, Lucha
on the Ground.
Woo! Lucha.
I just got on that.
Lucha. Oh, my favorite show. Not my favorite wrestling, my favorite show on TV. Lucha Underground. Shout out to that. If you missed it just yesterday, I posted my predictions for this show, which reviewed for WrestleMania 32, Evolve 58, Evolve 59, and Ring of Honor, Super Card of Honor, Night 1 and Night 2, all in one freaking episode. Insane. Check that out. And this weekend, through crazy wrestling weekend, so that's one show. This is 2 show, 3 show. We're going to come back on Sunday with a triple threat.
Triple. WrestleMania.
For WrestleMania, me, Cadis, and we're gonna bring Dartwood Tyrannus, who's been scratching and just itching to be on the show. But the question is from ECW, that triple threat of Shane Douglas, Chris Candido, right? I don't have to bring who the third triple threat member was. Holy crap, Lance Storm. So, which one of us is which?
Which one of us is which?
If y'all leave the comments, y'all can decide who's who. But oh my God, was it really Lance Storm?
I'm tired.
Sorry, I'm turned. I am so I had like 2 glasses of vodka and some gin, so I'm like turned up right now. So excuse me if I missed that point of history. But we're gonna bring the triple threat. We're gonna bring the triple threat on WrestleMania, and it's gonna be sick.
So man, yeah, like I said, thanks. Like he said, thanks for tuning in. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the Sith Warfare to check out more Talking Smack, music videos, Let's Plays, and yeah, talk down in the comments, and we always hit you back there, so let us know how y'all felt about tonight. And we'll also put a link in the description for those for that prediction video. That
yeah. You know, I have attention crazy, whatever. And one last thing before we go, it's a new style, bruh. Look, inside out.
White tees.
Only clean white tees. If it's any other tee, it don't matter. Only inside out fresh white tees.
Pure white, bright white. Inside out.
But as always, talk smack to Zigzag Zach. And as always, stay a fan, stay hungry, my friend, stay thirsty.
And take care of yourself and each other.
And we're out.